The Coda Bassocyst, recently introduced with Terracross Encore and only available from Eleanor, is a ridiculously good shotgun. As a progenitor boosted wide body projectile, this functions similarly to the Tenet Plasmor, except it's better. Much better. I'm TheKengineer, let's solve a practical problem. Fundamentally, this is a mostly blast shotgun with infinite punch through on bodies, firing a wide projectile, making it great at clearing through lines of enemies. This is similar to the Plasmor, but without the bouncing, or the Fullman, but without the mode switching. Compared to the Tenet Plasmor, the Bassocyst has improved fire rate, over twice the magazine, improved reload speed, double the range, improved critical damage, improved status chance, and improved base damage, all for a small drop in critical chance from 22% down to 18%. On top of this, the Bassocyst ignores the normal restrictions on wide body projectiles when it comes to headshots. A headshot with an Plasmor or Fullman has a 1x headshot multiplier, meaning no extra damage and no critical headshot bonus. The Bassocyst has the normal headshot multiplier, granting it 3x damage on headshotting eligible enemies. Further still, this enables the Bassocyst to land critical headshots, dealing 3x damage innately and doubling the critical damage. This typically is around a 6x damage increase for crits on headshots versus body shots. It's so much better already. It also comes with a unique secondary fire mechanic. Pointed at an enemy within 25 meters and on pressing alt fire, the Bassocyst checks if the enemy can be killed with a mercy finisher. Any other finisher doesn't qualify, only mercies. If it can, you instantly teleport to the target and perform the mercy finisher. If you can't mercy it, you spend 4 ammo and fire up to 6 mites to hit the target and other enemies in range with a special projectile. This latches onto each enemy, delivering a smaller amount of damage every second. The damage applies normal status procs alongside force, impact and magnetic procs. Magnetic procs are great for helping you to take down overguard, and impact procs for raising mercy threshold. Together, these represent a soft counter to Xmas units, making them both easier to get to mercy threshold and then execute them from a distance. Performing any mercy kill, whether by teleporting or by manual activation, will give the Bassocyst plus 100% damage and multi-shot, additive with other normal damage and multi-shot bonuses for 20 seconds. This refreshes on further mercies. So we're comparing between a weaker shotgun rifle hybrid that runs out of ammo in 6 to 8 shots, a less weak shotgun that bounces but again has only 10 shots per mag, or the brand new shotgun that hits harder, better, faster, stronger. Let's talk building. As the Bassocyst has workable but not amazing critical chance, but also critical headshot power, it is worth building into a hybrid crit and status approach. This means primed ravage and critical deceleration. Their lower counterparts of just ravage and blunderbuss can be used on a budget, but to much lower effect. The Bassocyst also gets the benefit of multiplicative galvanized savvy. This means its damage bonus multiplies, not adds, with other pure damage bonuses, including its unique trait and acolyte arcanes. Otherwise, a staple range boosted, multi-shot stacked, fire rate and element supported approach is the simple go-to here. Due to its hard hitting but relatively slow shooting nature, compared to an automatic rifle that is, the Bassocyst is in a good spot for using blast and gas. Blast it has innately, but modding for it with 60/60 mods still increases the chance of landing blast procs. Gas, on the other hand, needs to be added in. For both of these, Shotgun Elementalist will significantly boost the status damage. For blast, using a heat progenitor, it can be attained with just frigid blast, converting all the progenitor heat into blast alongside the innate blast damage. The other mod can either be Scattering Inferno for even more status chance, or a cleanse mod for faction buffs to double dip onto the status effects. For gas, again using a heat progenitor, only toxic barrage would be required. However, the other mod here should be Lingering Torment to make the gas clouds last nearly twice as long, doubling the number of damage ticks each proc can land. Remember that both gas and blast proc damage is not affected by basic element modding. You would need gas or blast mods themselves, which don't exist for the Bassocyst. This is why using the progenitor bonus to achieve those types is better, opening up slots for actually impactful mods. Choosing blast or gas means reliable small AoEs, amplifying your damage output and application in a way that no other status effects can. For dealing with clusters of enemies, this makes them very potent. For heavy single targets, like demolishers or acolytes, those don't really care for the comparatively low damage of blast and gas. If you can't kill the target in 1 or 2 shots, those procs become weaker. Instead, a direct damage focus gets much more done. Firstly, a self-priming approach, with either viral heat or viral electric, will get a lot of work done. Electric means you can use prime charge shell for the higher damage bonus of a primed mod. Heat, on the other hand, would mean either a slightly lower damage from the normal heat mod Incendiary Coat, or the same damage weighted heavily towards viral by using primed Chilling Grasp. Remember that with a level 40 progenitor weapon, you can swap the progenitor bonus freely after upgrading the weapon with an elemental vice from Eleanor. Swap as desired between heat, electric, toxin or magnetic, and avoid the weakest combination type, radiation. Of particular use to this setup is switching from Merciless to Deadhead. Direct hits benefit greatly from those headshots, and the stacks decay far slower with little needed to remax. I prefer Merciless on the blast and gas builds, as so many kills will come from the proc AoEs instead. Now, if you have viral procs outsourced in any way, you may go for a full power direct damage focus. Equip both primed element mods for max damage. Then, it's your choice of a third element to avoid magnetic damage, or shrapnel shot for increased critical damage while aiming. As the tankiest single targets have damage attenuation, typically a form of attenuation that's bypassed by critical bonuses, extra critical damage is a solid choice. Beyond that, there's nothing too involved with the build itself. It's high damage applied directly to forehead. Due to the relatively low critical chance of the base assist, all of the setups can be greatly boosted by using Arcane Avenger on your Warframe. Either just use the Arcane as is on a tanky frame like Lavos, or use it in combination with Combat Discipline if you intend to avoid letting enemies hit you, like with Octavia. Likewise, boosting your critical damage with Arcane Crepuscular and Tenacious Bond can be a welcome damage uplift. For the gas and blast builds, avoid status diluting buffs like Shock Trooper or Nourish, as these will wash out your status application. Matching buffs, however, in the form of Blast from Thermal Sunder with Thermal Transfer, or Lavos with Valence Formation, will add yet more power to the base assist. Matched ability element buffs like these are additive to element bonuses on direct damage, but then switch to adding to the Elementalist mod on status proc damage. The sheer magazine on the base assist enables fire rate to be a useful stat to buff. Arcane Tempo and Reinforced Bond can both be used as external fire rate buffs on any Warframe, and is especially useful when going for a direct damage focus. In practical gameplay, the secondary fire may not be particularly important. Use it to help get the 20-second stat boost on Mercy Killing and Xmas. Otherwise, the sheer damage of this gun will be plenty enough in the majority of missions. Lastly, this gun has such power and magazine behind it that there's a tactical downgrade you can use. If you limit your fire rate bonuses to just shotgun barrage and a 3 pip critical deceleration, you lose a little bit of critical chance and place your fire rate at 2.07. This near perfectly syncs up with Daft Punk's harder, better, faster, stronger. As we know from Temple, shooting on the beat is just more efficient. Much of the testing for this weapon happened live on stream, so make sure to tune in to the link below for more as it happens. That's all from me on the base assist, so as always, drop base, blast face, and fight well, Tenno.